Libra, welcome to your Celtic Cross reading. What's going on? What's going on, please, for that Libra collective? Celtic Cross, old school tarot, yeah? Good stuff. And it really is meant to be an energetic concentration of the collective, right? What's going on with us spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally, all that good stuff, yeah? Like always, take it resonates, leave it does not. Occasionally, I will see folks outside of your energy. In that case, you reverse it as it applies. But like I said, it really is not about a them or they. It's really meant to be about you and what's going on with you, okay? But yeah, people pop up. Absolutely. What's going on, please? So, despite take it resonates, leave it does not, etc., because they are general collective readings, it may not resonate at all. And I know that's frustrating, but it does happen, okay? There's a lot of new folks, they just don't know. And if that's the case, no resonation, doesn't make sense to you, don't force it to fit, just check your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. What's going on, please? Show me Libra, show me Libra. What's going on for Libra, please? What's going on, please, for Libra? Show me Libra. Queen of Cups, challenging. King of Pentacles. Oh dear, What's up with that? Okay, I was gonna say, I don't know why I had this instinct to look up and check the timer. It's like that had better be rolling. Influencing, hovering around you. Ace of Pentacles, a brand new opportunity, but it's of influence. Relevant past. Six of Swords, having moved on. What's behind you? Strength. Before you, Queen of Wands. Okay. I'm not sure what it is you gave up. It looks like you walked away from something to do with a prideful element. Interesting. But what's before you, Queen of Wands? Energy, spiking in new ways of confidence and passion and determination. I'm getting ahead of myself, but there's a lot of power energy here today. I'm very curious. Let's put it that way. Strengths, Ace of Cups, following the conviction of your heart, Three of Wands in your environment. It's interesting. I don't see you as waiting. I think you are waiting for something to come in. Okay, so if you're going to wait, know that there's something worth waiting for. Could just be a general sense of hope. You have so much powerful energy, I can't just imagine. I'm just waiting. No, you don't generate activity like this just by waiting. You have to know there's something worth waiting for. Hopes and fears, Nine of Cups. Are you loving yourself? Is this a good reflection of you? Outcome, Page of Pentacles. A little bit of an investment there. Interesting. What is going on? We got a lot of power energy here today. A lot of it's beautiful. A lot of self-reflection in here. What I'm doing, why I'm doing it. There's an opportunity that hangs around you. But it's like you can't see it. Or it hasn't come through yet. I do see a certain amount of pride is behind you. And having left something behind. Let's jump on over here to that Queen of Cups. Lovely, full heart space. Show me that Queen of Cups, please. Show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups, please. What's going on? Show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups. What's going on? What is good? This is interesting. Lots of points of connectivity here, but none of it's obvious. Ace of Cups, you have a very strong heart, honey. Beautiful heart. Lovely, full heart. You take pride in your heart space. That's like I feel what I feel. So the King, Queen of Cups, when they show me that much embracing of the Ace of Cups, it's kind of like saying I feel what I feel, and I don't apologize for it. I can relate. You have a very strong heart, full heart, but you have been withholding from new opportunities. That tells me you're aware that you have them, and you have been declining them. Not like outward decline, like, you know. You're saying you haven't been up for it. Big difference. You know, I know that can probably confuses people. It might even confuse you too. But you don't seem to be in direct opposition with what you feel, which again, that's characteristics of the King, Queen of Cups. When you have a fullness of heart, you don't really fight what you feel, you accept it. You're saying that you have a full heart and that you live through what you feel. You don't apologize for it. But when it comes to Ace of Wands, Four of Pentacles, you're saying, no, it's just not where your heart is. You're saying you could have new points of interest for you. You're saying you're aware of it. You're saying opportunities have presented themselves and you have refrained. It's almost like you're saying it's not worth the energy. And if that's true, that's true. You have to know. Not every Ace of Wands is worth investing in. Especially if you tend to go with what you feel. Okay? And just because you have a lovely full heart, doesn't mean you have to use it in that way. See what I'm saying? So I see you refraining from new opportunities, probably because it doesn't feel right. Or frankly, it's not that interesting. Or you're like, my love is just for me right now. And that's where you are. That's where you are. You don't have to apologize for that. The thing is with the Ace of Cups, and as you can see, it almost always overflows no matter how it's depicted. So as it is, once the heart is so full, it starts to overflow. It typically wants to break off and become two. You're saying, just not like that. You're not looking to be sparked up. You're not looking to be turned on. Something either feels right and you'll put yourself into it. If you're an emotional investor, the way I think you are as a Libra, which means you have some really strong water in your chart. Or you're not. You're like, but if it presents itself as sexy, bright, fun, you're like, It's kind of, you're saying I have those opportunities, Christina, and they're a dime a dozen. Yeah. No, I could get like that, sure. 100% I can get like that. You know? It's like they're not all Aces of Wands. You're saying my heart comes first and you decline. You decline what looks like flash in the pan energy, where it's just not that exciting. It might look that way, but it's not going to be sustainable and everybody knows it. You're like, you're that person who's like, oh, dang, Libra, you're good looking. I bet you get the pick of them. You're like, I do okay. That's you. That's a soft agreement that recognizes I'm in a certain way. And I have opportunities, but doesn't mean I'm trying to take them. You do okay. But yeah, no, I just see you refraining from new opportunities. It's like the fact that your heart's full, you're saying is enough for you right now. You know? And you love yourself, and it shows. Now, this King of Pentacles in the challenge position, what's up with that? What is up with that? Show me that King of Pentacles, please. Show me that King of Pentacles. Show me that King of Pentacles. King of Cups. Ten of Swords. Ow. Four of Swords. So it's not in the challenge position. They're not even there. Someone who says they have claim some sort of feelings with you that they hurt a lot. Ten of Swords. That they got hurt in the heart. Owie. And they said they haven't felt like themselves since. So I don't say that King of Pentacles is you. I just don't. I'm not trying to do them or they. But it is literally crossing you. So it's not like I can't address it. I got to address it. Right? And they've been quiet ever since. Four of Swords. They've been quiet about the pain and or ending, likely a combination of the two, specifically how it hurt their heart with the King of Cups. So you have a queen, they have a king. They're both hearts on the line. You've shown me that you put your heart forward and that you love yourself first. But that you have been resisting new opportunities altogether. You're saying you're happy with you. And not all shiny things are gold, right? It's kind of like if they don't lead by the heart, then there's just no point. And they, in the general sense, I just see you declining offers altogether, which means you get plenty of them. You know? Good job, Libra. I'm serious. You're like, no. You're probably just an Ace of Wands, and you're probably not even a very good one. I'm sorry. That's just how things hit me. It's not my fault. That's just how it comes through. And now this person, though, who is emotionally tied to you, they are not an unknown entity. King of Pentacles is known. That means that they were there, or they were in your 3D world at some point. They set up shop in your heart, or they in yours at some point, and they've been knocked sideways about this ending. Their heart hasn't recovered, but they're in the process. They're trying to heal it. Four of Swords. So there's been time. If you're showing me that you can decline new opportunities and that they still haven't recovered, then that means the separation is not fresh. And yet you two are still attached in some way. Mental, emotional combination of the two. Okay? But they don't feel so comfortable. But they are working on healing their heart and the ramifications of it and how much it hurt. Okay? Ace of Pentacles. I know. I see. Hard to be you, right? I'm not mocking you. It's just I see newness surrounding you and you're like, I'm good. It takes a brave person to be like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not trying to share my cup with anybody right now. You know? I know it's a common misconception, but you know, you're this, you're that, and the other. Why aren't you da-da-da-da? How about you worry about you? I'm good. So let's see that Ace of Pentacles. Don't you just wish people would mind their own dang business sometimes? Seriously? Let's see that Ace of Pentacles. Oh, hi, baby. Oh, no. We're doing Libra's reading, baby. Let's say hi. The cinnamon. I know. We're getting so restless. I know. It's been hard. So it rained all morning. So I wasn't able to take her out for a morning walk, and so she's super restless. Oh, no. We're going to go for walkies later. I promise. Oh, she just did a stop on that word. Oh, she's like, you said it. You better deliver it. I'm gonna. Okay. Oh, she's sitting by the door. Cinnamon. Oh, she's sitting by the door now. Oh, Lord. She just started dropping her baby teeth, precious thing. The Hierophant, Temperance, ooh, ouch. Owie. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's a floating Ace of Pentacles. It's influencing. It hasn't come through. It looks suspended. It hasn't been put forward yet. Temperance is here. If somebody puts forward an offer to work through things, Ace of Pentacles, somebody here, whoever is feeling the operative drive to present that Ace of Pentacles, and it has to be serious. The energy knows this. It also has to be meant or stood behind. Okay, a lot of earthy energy here with a touch of Sag, particularly Taurus, Capricorn. Like I said, a little bit of Sag. Not that means anything, but it's very concentrated. We have to know that we want to mean it and that it can't be coming from a bad place. But if we do want to heal, it's because we want to heal the bad energies there, the bad impressions, the bad memories, the fear patterns, whatever. That's spiritual. Even the devil's spiritual. You could say or argue, and I could easily, that he's probably the most spiritual, right up there with the Fool. This is a good good indication of where we should be in the opposite in terms of spiritual location. Okay. And it's a hovering. That Ace of Pentacles, as far as I can tell, has not dropped or presented itself. It seems to be influencing you as a possibility. It's kind of like energetic preparation for a potential. Can we commit to working through things? But we got to make sure it's coming from a good, clean place in us before we can present it to someone else. And whomever is feeling that sense of Ace of Pentacles, I'd like to put something into this to literally work through it. They have to know it's good, coming from a good place in them first, or you, before it's presented. So I don't actually know who's contemplating that Ace of Pentacles the most. I see how it influences you. If you put it forward, you have to know it's coming from a good, clean place in you. Same for them. Other than that, I'd say it's an authentic job. Offer. Really strong offer to heal for the right reasons. But we have to know that this is what we want to do. We have to be on page with ourselves first. Okay. Yeah, so that's why. Okay. I didn't see you two physically together. It's an older separation. I don't know how old, but it's an older separation. And the potential of the Ace of Pentacles is real. You probably feel it. If it's coming from you, then you know that that's on your mind. It might be why you have turned down new offers. It might be that's why they're trying to heal their heart space now. So they're trying to understand if this is the right play for them or the right move for them. but you both are influenced by this in some way. Very strong connection. Okay. All right, let's keep on keeping on. This is fascinating. Oh, man, this is one of those I would love to really work on. Let's see that Six of Swords, please. This is really intense stuff. I mean, I knew it would be. When I started putting them down, I'm like, oh, boy, not lightweight today. No, it is not. Six of Swords is on the exit in the recent past. The recent past, you had to move on from this, or you mentally understood that you had to be at peace with it. Three of Wands, Page of Wands, Knight of Swords. It took you a long time to arrive to this conclusion that you had to move on from it. That was a decision that took a long time for you to come to terms with, but you did it. I'm saying that as under your action. The Knight of Swords. You understood that you kept yourself open, no matter how small, Page of Wands, to exposing this, waiting for it. You kept yourself exposed to it, waiting for more to happen from it, and it didn't. So you pulled the trigger and said, I'm stopped waiting for this to show up in any way that I could understand or be excited about. You said you waited or hung out way too long for this to make sense or to put more of yourself into it, whatever. And that's why you made the decision to move on from it. You realized it wasn't going anywhere, that you would always be in a position of waiting. Or rather, you would always allow yourself to be in a position of waiting. One of those thoughts is empowering, the other one isn't. The strength, exiting, the strength to continue on in this way. I am feeling that that's pride, though. So, the Fool, Six of Cups, the Five, I say, well, you did it. You love this connection, that's long and short. And it also represents the past, a part of your past that you were deeply connected to. Five and Six of Cups, that's a deep past connection. And it's caused you grief throughout your timeline with it. In the Fool, your willingness to keep exposing yourself to this connection over and over again, despite the lack of proof of why you were connecting to it at any level, emotionally or spiritually. You said that was foolish. I kept doing it. You waited around for it. That was one admission. You kept exposing yourself to it emotionally. You're saying that was my bad. It was a matter of pride. And also, P.S., I love this connection. I'm not ashamed to say it. That's why I kept opening myself up and towards it like an idiot. I'm not saying you were an idiot. I'm saying I know that energy. That's pride plus what feels like foolish energy, exposure, time lapses, over an old connection. You put them together. It's pretty easy to add it up. You had to put that behind you. You stopped blasting your energy open towards this because it ended up causing more harm than good. And it was coming from a place of pride. If you love yourself the way I think you do, and if you lead through your heart the way I think you do, you're going to be that person that takes pride in who you're emotionally connected to, because you're saying, I only connect with people who serve a purpose, that love and support me the way I would love and support them. That's it, full stop. Strength, pride, you won't hear it either way. Emotional conviction is a real thing, and you're showing me a proper form of it today. This is what emotional conviction looks like. You take pride in who you're connected to, not because of their resources, not because of their worth or their value, but because of how they make you feel. And you say you've always taken pride in connecting to the right people based on how they make you feel. This is what happens, and one of the downsides about leading through your heart. People don't really have to prove their value so much, just so much as they show up for you emotionally, you know. And it's like, I was foolish to keep exposing myself to this. That was pride. You waited too long, etc. But if it helps, this whole bond is here. You can't show me somebody's struggling with that Ace of Pentacles, with the Hierophant, Temperance, and the Devil, and not tell me that you two aren't spiritually connected. It wasn't easy to part ways with it. They're just now in a place where they're starting to show signs of recovery in their heart space. But they can't fully stand up in it yet either. Okay, you see that Queen of Wands for you in the immediate future? Yes. Let's see now how you are moving that energy forward, how you are feeling confident and radiant. You've had a lot of time to process this. You don't seem to be messing about with any Ace of Wands. It's like, yeah, you look good, but it's probably not that good. You're probably actually a page. Your straight up assessment, though, is so unapologetic. That's how I know you lead through your heart. I'm looking at this. eyes. Like you're looking at this situation and you're like, not worth it. And that's years of experience. That's years of experience of living through your heart. You can kind of say what's what. Oh, the Lovers. Oh, the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, the Page of Cups. Hold your horses. Hold up. Is this new or is this old? You're connecting to it. Somebody has something to say. Page of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Lovers. Oh boy, yes. Soon. I don't know if it's in this person who's recovery or if this is someone who's packing a little bit more than a half ace. I see that you turned down the options. They're recovery. So is this that same person? Somebody's opening up and you will know sooner rather than later. Let's keep marching on. You might show me here in your heart space. Let's see that Ace of Cups. If you lead by your heart, if you really believe that you lead by your heart and you know what to do, then you will know how to respond to this. I can't help but think it's the same one because spiritual, high levels of connectivity in ways that perhaps you cannot see in the 3D, but is felt in every other way. Let's see that Ace of Cups, some of the Ace of Cups, some of the Ace of Cups. Somebody is coming forward of their own free will. I know that. Nine of Pentacles to the Page of Cups. They're saying that they have a lover's connection with you and that they're opening up towards it. You're on the receiving end of it. You don't seem to be declining that one. Let's see that Ace of Cups, please. Oh, I know what your strengths are, honey. You're very heart forward, and I congratulate you on that. Not many people can do that. Okay. The Queen of Wands. Oh, my, yes. Knight of Swords. The Knight of Cups. Okay, here we got action. Okay. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Okay, I see. This is the one you're responding. You're not rejecting it. I honestly don't know who this is. It could be. I have every reason to believe it's this one because they're packing such a punch. And then that Ace of Pentacles was surrounding the both of you in that question of, is there something here to recover? And I need to make sure it's coming from a good place in me before I deploy it. I have every reason to believe it's that same person. I honestly do not know. But I do know this. We don't dick around with the action-oriented energy because it's there. It's not hypothetical. It just went into reality. So when I saw the tentative approach, I'm like, okay, are we going to hang in there long enough to work with something? Because I already saw that you got real comfortable declining aces. You're like, no. And whoever it is that you walked away from out of a matter of pride and feeling foolish, you've already done a job of recovering from that. So I cannot rule out that this is a brand new connection, but I don't know. Let's keep going. The Ace of Cups. Yeah, no, this one has your attention in terms of fire, and it also seems to have engaged in your heart in the right ways because now we got two knights talking to each other and acting towards each other. This is expression as well as action. It's a little bit of both. It bridged between your past into your upcoming future beautifully. And I told you it was at your leisure to decline things. But this, your heart is speaking to this one. It's choosing to react to this one. Wow. Okay. It's powerful too. Let's see it. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. Let's see that Three of Wands. Let's see that Three of Wands. Like I said, don't wait for something unless you know there's got something worth waiting for or there's a very strong indication of hope. Because you remember the last time you experienced the Three of Wands? Right? So, just don't do it again. Have hope, but reasonable hope. Let's see that Three of Wands. Cinnamon. No. Okay. Ten of Swords. The Fool. King of Pentacles. Oh. Yeah, it's them. It's them. 100%. Remember I told you that King of Pentacles that feels like he got knocked sideways? Just like the mess on my table? Okay. Okay, honey. That Three of Wands isn't you. It's them. Cinnamon, please, honey. You cannot be that bored. Let's go. Stop. Stop. You know better. Her sense of restlessness is overriding her training right now. I'll tell you what, a little bit knocking off schedule, I know, it can drive him crazy. Poor thing. I know, I'm very sympathetic. Trust me, I need my energy too. I need to be physical as well. Trust me. No, 3 of Wands. Cinnamon. Hey, if I have to stop. Good girl. All right, so 3 of Wands. That's them, honey. There it is. It is. Okay. They've made a choice to hope to open up towards this despite the 10 of Swords. Okay. It's in the environment. It's coming forward. Cinnamon confirms. Yeah, no. They waited and chose to come forward. Cinnamon? Just too close to the wires. Wow. So this is all happening rather fast. It's not segmented. It's flowing into each other quite rapidly. Okay. Yep. They want to keep hoping to open up towards this, despite any fears of the 10 of Swords that you two have experienced in the past. They're showing me strong markers for hope that's considered reasonable. In other words, taking reasonable hope based on action towards this connection. Despite the fact that there's the 10 of Swords, they're kind of willing to deal with that. It's like, I understand that there's a 10 of Swords that precedes us, and yet I'm still choosing to show up here at whatever time is needed to expose myself to this, kind of like the way you did in the past. But I'd rather do this than not. So you don't leave them hanging. You two are actively conversing and sharing. Okay? There's a lot on the line here in regards to feelings. You're opening up towards this, so are they. So then, they are measuring out their fool then over distance. In other words, you can't constantly connect. Okay. That's okay. So long as you two are showing me positive reaction and you're not warring with each other and that you two are showing up because you want to in the effort of getting on the same page, okay, I'm all for it. It's a strong connection. I think we got that early on. Yeah? Okay. Sometimes things work out the way they work out. All right. Oh, wrong one. We don't want that one. 9 of Cups, hopes and fears. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. Don't worry about it. If you would say no, this, that, and the other, then you already got your answer. No need to worry. Your job's done. You know? So long as somebody's putting in real effort, even if it means being measured, because there is something to do with time and being respectful of distance, not rushing the process, that's all in here. Okay. Then it's for those two people to decide and work things through. All right? 9 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 9 of Cups. If I'm being honest with you, I do not see you, despite the fact how you're reacting to them is coming from your heart space. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing that. You made it very clear to me. That's not what you're putting forward initially. Okay. Most likely out of caution. All right. 4 of Wands, 3 of Swords, the 3 of Cups. You have reasonable hopes and fears here. After everything I've seen, I would say that's very, very, very reasonable. Hopes and fears are hopes and fears. I see what you hope for. You hope to reconnect under whatever that constitutes this relationship with the 4 of Wands. That's however those two people define it. It's a strong spiritual connection that will always be with you both, regardless of what it is you decide to do from this point forward. That will always be a condition to both of your spirits, is that you will always feel each other in some way. That's what it is to be this spiritually connected. Okay, with the Lovers, the Hierophant, Temperance, even the Devil. The Devil has very strong feelings on a particular subject. I promise you this. So I respect that that was a hovering ace. We had to know that we wanted to put it forward. And now that it's here, somebody presented it right here on the bridge. A little bit of Page right there. Page of Cups. Little guy. Can you hope for reasonable reconnectivity in the heart space for this relationship, that it's coming from a good place? Or is it just going to end up in more fear of pain, of rejection, same shit happening again? Like I said, it's reasonable hope, it's reasonable fear. Outcome, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it does feel like this person's having to take a risk on the very thing that you gave up. I can't risk exposing myself to this anymore. I was a fool, and pride got in the way. Especially if you pride yourself on having strong emotional connections and who you favor and why. You know, you had to see that, give it up, but this person has to choose to enter it despite the fact that there's pain too. You know, in other words, take a risk like you did. Overcoming that sense of fear of pain and fear of rejection or the possibility of it. Yeah, it takes nerve. It takes nerve. It takes strength of will, and you have to know yourself. You know? All right. But for that reason, then, I would say congratulations to them. Okay? They assess that Ten of Swords and says, this is not where I want to be. And I would rather try than do nothing at all. Gotta respect that. Know what's right for you. Okay? And if you didn't want anything to do with it, then you don't do anything with it. That's it. Okay. The Star, the Three of Pentacles. There's a shaky truce here. Very shaky truth on both sides that we are scared to put a lot of hope into this, the both of you, and yet it remains. I get that. You showed me your hope and your fears and your outcome, and you said Page of Pentacles. Small investment. I don't want to get my hopes up. I don't want to get my hopes up. You're just saying you don't want to be hurt again. They're showing me something similar, that they have to risk the exposure, otherwise they're never going to know. If they can try to reforge something with you, reconnect with you. Okay. So the thing is that you don't know. You don't know. You don't know if you can trust this. Trust is an issue here. Trust. Trust. Page of Pentacles. Small investment. We got trust issues. You're saying you don't know how much you can open yourself in this and believe in it and trust in it again, but you'd like to try. Three of Pentacles, the Star. I think that that outcome is extremely reasonable. Okay? Normal. I see you talking. You two doing fair exchanges. Okay? And whenever you two communicate, the both of you feel a little more solid. A little more confident about direction. But you're also saying not too much so. And I think that's why I see them spacing this out with the Three of Wands. If this person's at all smart, they'll understand why you have trust issues. It's going to take a couple pages here and there to rebuild it. To get into a place where you can have reasonable hope that you two are working on the same thing. And that it's not just one person, right? And that you're not crazy and that they want that too. All that's in there. In other words, not solved overnight. This is beautiful. I didn't want to do a then, yours, and now. But people are going to show me what's important to them. And you opened up with such a beautiful heart space. Very proud that you lead by your heart. That you don't falter in that. And that still means technically, honey, you weren't wrong about this one. It pulled you very strongly for a reason. Number 17. The Stork. Connectivity. Relationship. We're both building something here. Okay. Thief. Time was taken away from that process. We wouldn't give to it. Somebody was being cheap, or it feels like our time was stolen or not being used practically or wisely. A waste of time. I was trying to build something here and it was a waste of time. It was a thief. You just stole my energy. Something like that. You stole my time. I thought I was building something with you because here we have the equal effort. Here we have somebody's just stealing. You stole my time. I thought we were building something and it turns out I was wrong, or at least it seemed that way. Time is a thief. I didn't trust how I was spending my time. Okay. Something flipped here. Okay. There we go. Pathway. I thought we were walking the same path. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I thought we were walking the same path. Or we had similar path goals. Gift. There's a gift right here. 17 twice. The 17th for some of you might be important. But I thought we were on the same pathway here. You know. Here's a gift. Thinking of you. Thinking of you. It feels generous. Somebody's giving. Somebody's giving something. I don't know if it's necessarily a gift, but it's an appreciation of to give more than receive. It's beautiful. I don't know what it is, but it feels beautiful. Wheel, endings, beginnings, upside down, right side up, means the same thing. Where one door closes, another opens, and then sometimes we reopen a cycle. Okay, honestly, I'm surprised I didn't see the wheel from this point. Loyalty, there was a lack of loyalty here, lack of determination. So the dog upright suggests loyalty, determination. It feels like somebody was lacking loyalty and specifically lacking determination. There's the energy here if it was too much of an easy ride for someone and now they know what it's like to have to wait and carefully cultivate something and mean it, you know, in order to rebuild some sort of trust or to even have any justification for reopening the cycle at all. Okay. Okay. Ship, directions, journey. Things are shifting and changing as we speak, or at least they will as soon as they cross back into your timeline. Libra, honey, I hope this helped you. It was interesting. I wish I had more time with it. I do. It's, I don't think that this is a bad person. I don't. But I do think that what you did was correct. You can prize your connections and who you know emotionally, who's your inner circle, very highly. But if it doesn't give back to you in that same way, and you honestly feel like your time, energy, and effort was wasted or someone didn't appreciate the connection the same way you did, and it's highly connected like this, what you concluded is within reason. Okay? I've seen you've turned down other opportunities. It's not that you don't have them, you have them. You're just saying, if it doesn't mean something to me, what's the point? So that tells me you really thought the world of this connection, and you realized at some point it probably didn't give as much. And it's like, oh, you're just like everything else. You weren't worthy of all that. But I do know that, Libra, I'm looking at, you're not so far put off from this connection that you're not willing to try to talk with it. Okay, to reopen lines of communication. And slowly, maybe, put down some pentacles in the effort of maybe having hope in this again or having faith in it again. But it's like, I won't be misled either. That's a very powerful reappearance. And it's coming through. So I would just say, take it a day at a time, a conversation at a time, a pentacle at a time. That's all you really can do. Or don't. The choice is yours. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.